Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now today we are back with our Premier League prediction series for Game Week 25. And honestly, it feels like Derby Day all around the country, doesn't it?
There's derbies everywhere, Theo, but I've got a big smile on my boat race. Do you want to hear the scores from last week?
No, I don't really, because if you've got a smile on your face, it means you've probably beaten me.
Well, Theo, you've got an impressive 8. And I'm going to give you a little round of applause. Can you hear that?
Why is it a two-finger ring?
Can you hear that?
Why is it a two-finger ring?
Because it's only 8. Because 9 points, an impressive 9 points to the Anfield agenda. But do you want to know who got a phenomenal 13 points? Thogden. There, it's too easy. Please, can you bring on somebody who'll give me a bit of competition there?
I'm mad.
And overall, it's 142 to the guests, 151 to Thogden, and 174 to Thogden.
That
Show me the money.
Shut up.
Wow, I was going to focus on the league, but you know what? Because of those scores, I'd like 12,000 likes, and I've no idea who the guest is.
That's cute, but I would like 18,000 likes. Do it. Prove Thogden wrong. And smash the updated like target.
And the first game is Wolverhampton Wanderers against Leeds United, 12th against 11. And this is a bit of a mid-table clash, but yeah, Wolves can go above Leeds if they win here. And
or Wolves can stay above, or Leeds can stay above Wolves if they win, right?
Yeah, thanks for that, Theo. But Wolves, I mean, Ruben Neves, a goal and an assist last week. But, you know, the strikers...
Just cut that out. Josh, the ball's in your court.
So Wolves, it was that man Ruben Neves, a goal and an assist. So if the strikers aren't going to do it, the midfield's going to do it, Theo.
What strikers?
William Jose, you don't rate him, mate.
No, he's new, and he's their only opportunity for goals.
Yes.
They have no one else. They have Pedro Neto, Ruben Neves in the midfield, who did very well last week, and obviously they've got Adam Traore and other wingers like that, Podence. But they don't have an in-out striker who's going to score goals for them, guaranteed.
Absolutely, Theo, but with Leeds, we know what we're going to get. Goals, goals and goals.
You will.
82 of them this season.
Yeah.
But can Leeds pull off a surprise here, Theo?
Well, last time they played Arsenal, and I predicted correctly that Arsenal would win. They're an inconsistent team, and I backed Arsenal, I was right. Thogden went for Leeds. So, you're going to back me when it comes to Leeds here, and I'm going to say Wolves 1, Leeds 2. Yes, that's right. I'm backing Leeds after predicting them a loss, which I got correct. When it comes to Leeds, I get it right.
Well, I looked like a right mug last week. I said Leeds would beat Arsenal, and they got blown away by Aubameyang. So yeah, this week, I'm just going to say Wolves 2, Leeds 1.
No way. We're going for different predictions.
Theo, you're keeping it quiet again. Who is the guest this week?
Well, listen. I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to show you a photo, and let your reaction do the talking.
No way have you got him on. That is ridiculous. If I'd known, I'd have brought the vodka, I'd have brought the Smarties.
I'm surprised. I didn't actually know you thought...
Jamie Vardy.
Who's Jamie Vardy?
What? You just show me that picture.
No, that's Lee Chappie, and that's the YouTuber.
Oh yeah, Lee Chappie, yeah.
You don't actually... No, you don't really go. I've got on Lee Chappie.
Hey.
Been off Jamie Vardy. We've got Lee Chappie, lad. You should be happier. Why are you upset?
Bring him on.
Why are you upset, though, man? No, it's alright, man. It's alright. Bring him on for his predictions for Wolves versus Leeds. Welcome to the channel, Chappie, lad.
Honestly, lads, thank you for having me on the channel. It's nuts, but look, let's just get straight to it, right? I seen the video. Let's get that Jamie Vardy lookalike on. Well, he's not been around since 2016.
Coming forward now.
We've got to get that Jamie Vardy lookalike on Prem Predictions.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
You see, the thing is, lads, people wondered what I do. I'm a postman by day. And here I am, I'm doing YouTube stuff as well. So first up, Wolves versus Leeds United. So I'm going to go with them to potentially beat Leeds 2-1.
Southampton versus Chelsea, 13th against 4th. Now these are two teams with very differing forms. Southampton lost the last 5. Chelsea won the last 4. And Chelsea under Tuchel look a different team, don't they, Theo?
They do. And we used to say the same about Hazenhuttl for Saints. But their good momentum run has turned into a complete opposite.
Absolutely. Timo Werner finally got a scruffy goal. I tell you what, FPL, he's a shout, isn't he?
That was one of the best overhead kicks in the world. You just don't make stuff up like that every day. I'm joking. I watched it. I was very happy for Werner, but it was such an unconvincing finish.
But you know what? I think Chelsea are going to be too good. They're in the top 4 at last.
Yeah.
Southampton 1, Chelsea 2.
They're looking confident under Tuchel. That Werner goal will help him score an even better goal this time round. And I think he will. I'll actually back him to score. And my prediction is Saints 0, Chelsea 2. So the same as Newcastle, because you look at the form and it's a no-brainer.
Absolutely. And over to the bloke who looks just like Jamie Vardy.
Oh, you haven't said that yet?
But they played very well. They press hard. They close teams down. And since Tuchel's came in charge of Chelsea, they've done really well too after getting rid of Lampard. But I can only go one way, unfortunately, and that's Chelsea to win 2-0 for that fixture. I can't see anything else right now. They're turning things around and they are on the charge for Champions League football for sure.
Burnley versus West Bromwich Albion, now 15th against 19th. Now this is Sean Dyche against Big Sam Allardyce. And you know what, if the Premier League were a food, this would be a full English breakfast. Now last week Burnley got 4 points from 2 games. And what about that man Jay Rodriguez? Are you going to buy him for your FPL?
If this was a cuisine, this would be the greasy spoon right by the railway. You know what I mean? It's the second and third lowest scoring teams in the league, playing each other, facing each other out. It's not exactly a pay-per-view, isn't it?
Absolutely, but a bit of respect to West Brom. They drew with Man United, so confidence maybe just lifted that little bit, Theo.
And when they see the stat that Burnley are winless in 4 league home games, they might be thinking, let's continue this run. Let's make it 5. West Brom could go out there and get a win, who knows? But for me, you've got to back the Burnley. They're at home, and their form will turn round under Sean Dyche. It always finds a way through it. And they had some decent big away wins recently. So yeah, I'm backing Burnley 1-0.
And I disagree. Burnley 1, West Brom 1.
Okay, let's go over to Jamie Vardy.
I think we've done that one.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
And of course, I've got to back my guy. I've got to back Sean fucking Dyche. Because he likes football lookalikes after all. I'm sure you've seen the press conference, right? He likes playing football lookalike in the window. And I see you. I see you, Sean. I see you. Fucking Sean Dyche. I'm going for Sean Dyche to put the Baggies to bed. I'm going for Burnley to beat them 1-0. And unfortunately, it's a must win for the Baggies. And a bloody relegation battle and a half for them. But I'm going for fucking Sean Dyche to stay up.
And now for the big one, 6th against 7th. It is the Merseyside derby. Everton against Liverpool, Theo.
Yeah.
My goodness. I mean, these are 2 teams between them. Last 3 games, 1 point combined. Yeah, that is not good form. But Liverpool...
That's not what you want slapped in your sandwiches.
It isn't. But having said that, Theo, what about that Champions League game, 2-0 against Leipzig?
It was a good game, and it's going to give Liverpool confidence coming into this. Listen, it's Tex versus Harry Hesketh. This Liverpool-Everton game, it's Anfield Agenda versus Toffee's TV. It's, okay, whatever you want to call it. This is a big game.
It is. Now, Everton were humbled last week by Fulham, weren't they? And Liverpool were thrashed by Leicester. But you know what I noticed, Theo?
Go on.
Curtis Jones goes off and Liverpool crumble. I tell you what, keep him on for 90 minutes.
You know what? Ancelotti, Everton fans, Toffees fans all around the world, this is your best ever chance of beating Liverpool.
Yes, very good shout.
The last 3 games, Liverpool have lost. Everton's away form, 4 wins, 1 draw. If Calvert-Lewin's fit, I think Everton will win this game. But the problem is, I don't think he's fit. I don't think, even if he starts, I don't think he'll be 100%.
You don't think he's fit? I think he's quite an attractive guy.
Listen, the last 2 times they've faced, it's ended a draw, but both games have been at Goodison Park. This one's at Anfield, so maybe that will tip Liverpool a bit of confidence. Their 2-0 win over Leipzig was pretty comfortable. They've been travelling, Everton haven't. What do you reckon?
I reckon Liverpool 2, Everton 0. I think Liverpool have turned it round with that victory over Leipzig.
I think you're a mug. That's it.
So what's your scoreline?
Oh, you want my prediction? Well, I've gone Liverpool 2-1. Fabinho could potentially be back for Liverpool, and if he is, that's big for them because it means Jordan Henderson can shift back into the midfield. Having said that, against Leipzig, Henderson and Kabak played really well together, and I think Kabak finally having a first good game against a Bundesliga opponent made sense because obviously he used to play for Schalke. So maybe if Fabinho is back, we can see Fabinho and Kabak, Henderson back in the midfield, and they have a proper DM back. And if they do, they'll be very comfortable at Anfield, and I'll back them. I think this game all depends on how Calvert-Lewin comes into it. If he's not fully fit, I'm going to go for 2-1 like I predicted. But if Calvert-Lewin is back, Everton fans, #Harry, all of them, you should be licking your lips.
Alright, so pretty much what I thought.
Yeah, what did you think? I was going to change it because I called you a mug. You're a mug anyway.
Over to the man who likes Skittles in his vodka. It's the bloke who looks like Jamie Vardy.
You've done that one.
It's going to be a tight game between the 2 sides, to be fair. There's definitely potential brewing for the champions. Can they get out of this dip that they're currently in? I'm going to go with Liverpool, though, to turn it round. I think I'm going to go with them to turn it round and win 2-1. I'm going to go for Liverpool to win 2-1.
Fulham in 18th against Sheffield United in 20th. And all I can say, a Fulham win drags Newcastle into the mixer, doesn't it really, Theo?
All I can say is Fulham are they haven't got a win in 8 games at Craven Cottage. This is their chance. At home to Sheffield United, arguably the easiest fixture of the league. The Blades just got 3-0'd by West Ham. They just got Lingarded. I'm not backing Sheffield United. I'm backing Fulham. 2-0, Josh Madger to score both.
Yes, Fulham till I die. I kind of agree with you, Theo.
Hey,
Fulham 1-0.
That's the wrong white stat. Come on. You can't say that.
Over to you, Lee.
Sheffield United, last chance. It's the last chance. End of discussion. They lost 3-0 against West Ham. Their defeat will surely end any great escape left for Chris Wilder's Sheffield United side. Backing Fulham to win 2-1 against Sheffield United. Definitely.
And now for a London derby, it's West Ham in 5th against Tottenham Hotspur in 9th. It's Jesse Lingard against Harry Kane. There's only one winner there, isn't there, Theo?
Harry Kane.
Hey.
No, for real, I am actually backing Spurs in this game.
Yeah.
And I don't usually just come out and say that because West Ham's form has been unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Spurs need a win. And Jose Mourinho, the first game he ever played when he was managing Spurs, the first game he ever managed Spurs for was against West Ham and he got the win.
Yeah.
He's got a good record against them. And listen, this is David Moyes' best ever attempt at beating Jose Mourinho, you know? There's serious Europe positions available for West Ham this season, isn't it?
Absolutely, Theo. West Ham have been brilliant and Spurs have been woeful. But is it time for Jose to go? Is he at risk, Theo?
Well, he's at risk and that's why I think Spurs will come out with a win.
Wow.
When Harry Kane and Heung-min Son are fit, it's very difficult to deal with them. And West Ham have a great team with Souček and Declan Rice covering the defence and Souček adding support in attack, really. Everyone getting involved. Even Lingard will be looking forward to this fixture. And yes, West Ham could win, but I'm going to back Spurs because I think Jose will pluck out a result when it's most needed.
Right, he is a bit of a plucker, and because of that, I'm going for West Ham 1, Tottenham 1.
Okay, I'm going to go West Ham 1, Spurs 2. It's going to be a good game though. Probably live stream it. And let's go over to Lee Chappie.
And another London derby on Sunday with West Ham versus Spurs. I think the Katie Hopkins football, jeez. I think they're playing rubbish at the moment, Spurs. I'm going to go for the Hammers to win 2-1. Definitely going to go for the Hammers. West Ham to win 2-1 against Spurs.
And now for Aston Villa against Leicester City, 8th against 3rd, and it's a Midlands derby, Theo. Now,
Don't mind
Villa
me.
stumbled against Brighton last week, but Leicester, wow, weren't they amazing against Liverpool? Vardy, Maddison, Barnes blew them away, eh?
Well, this is the Grealish versus Maddison fixture.
Yeah.
Who is the better number 10? We're going to find out. The last time they faced, it ended 1-0 to Villa. Could we see Villa win again, Dad?
Well, we could, but you know what? Jack Grealish just looks a bit tired. He's been carrying his team for years.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I might sell him for my FPL, actually.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, it's difficult sometimes to carry a team. We've seen it's very difficult to do that this year. You know, Bruno with Man United, some people argue he carries. Ronaldo and Messi couldn't even do it in the Champions League this week.
I know.
It had to be Haaland and Mbappe to carry.
Absolutely. And Leicester have got a bloke who looks just like Lee Chappie up front, and I reckon he could be bagging.
You reckon the chap might be back today, eh?
Well, I'm going to get straight to it. Aston Villa 1, Leicester 2.
Okay. Listen, we can't forget that Leicester have just beaten Liverpool 3-1.
Yeah.
And Harvey Barnes is an underrated baller because everyone's talking about Maddison versus Grealish, but there's some really good players within that Leicester forward line. And I know this ended 1-0 Villa last time and Villa are at home, but I'm going to sit on the fence and go for a 1-1 draw.
Wow. And over to a man who's probably on the team bus, Lee.
Now, the massive fixture for myself is Aston Villa versus Leicester this weekend. The last time we went to Villa Park, we won 4-1, gave them a right good battering. I'm going to go 2-2, actually, a fair draw there. 2-2, I'm going to go with Aston Villa versus Leicester. You can join my channel as well for the watch along on that one. That's going to be live on Sunday at 2 o'clock.
And Arsenal fans will be watching their TVs for this game. It's Arsenal against Man City, 10th against 1st. Now, these are two teams who won last week. And Arsenal, they just blew away Leeds, didn't they, Theo?
They did, but City have blown away everyone for the last 30 games. So maybe they could go to the Emirates and rob Arsenal of some points.
Oh my goodness, that's got to be the worst joke in the history of this channel. But no, seriously, I think Man City are just amazing. I mean, for them, slipping up is conceding a goal these days, isn't it?
I know, it's ridiculous. And Arsenal are unbeaten in 6 games at home. But when Man City come knocking on the door and you see Pep, there's no other scoreline but a Man City win. You know what I was going to say.
Yeah,
you agree?
Absolutely. Kevin De Bruyne is back.
Yeah.
Foden is amazing.
And Aguero.
Yeah,
he doesn't
Aguero
even play.
can play.
Yeah.
Jesus is bang hanging. Gundogan might be on the bench, but so what?
Honestly, Dad, there will be some people on the bench who don't even make it to the squad because they've got such a ready-up squad. They've got so much depth on the wing going forward now. Even Gundogan is out, but because KDB is back, it's going to be a very interesting game. And Aguero, I don't even think he'll get in the team anymore. The fact he's back just means he'll be sitting on the bench because they've got so much squad depth.
Yeah, and they've got a brilliant defence this season. So I'm going to go Arsenal 0, Man City 2.
Okay, well, Arsenal did just beat Leeds 4-2. They looked very good in that game. Aubameyang just banged in a hat-trick, and when that geezer is on form, he can turn over all sorts of teams. We saw at the end of last season, FA Cup, Community Shield, when he was, going for it. So coming into this game, I'm going to predict Arsenal 0, Manchester City 2. I'm sorry, Albert, you might prove me wrong, but you cannot bet against Man City right now.
And over to you, Lee.
Man City, obviously, boss Pep with his bloody former apprentice. Dear. I gotta say, Man City right now are flying away with a record this year of their wins. It's ridiculous, and they're just going to run away with it, I think. Unfortunately for Arteta's men, I don't think they're going to get a sniff near goal. Man City to win at the Emirates 2-0. 2-0.
And now Manchester United in second against Newcastle United in 17th, and Man United really slipping up. One win in 5 games, and the memes have started, haven't they?
They have. This is a funny old game, right? Man United are playing tonight against Real Sociedad. We don't know how that game is going to go because Sociedad are actually a decent team.
Yeah.
And if they come away with a win, Man United's morale will be seriously affected, and they may even rotate the squad coming into the Newcastle home game. So we really don't know how to predict this depending on the result tonight. We're filming this before that, so it's a bit of a gamble, isn't it?
It is, but I think it's going to be an easy Man United win because Newcastle, a funny old team.
Yeah.
They can be good on their day, but they can be woeful. But I'm going to go Man United 2, Newcastle 0.
Yeah, well, I think Newcastle will survive because there is simply 3 worse teams.
Fulham are getting so close there. If they win and United win, there's a 3-point difference.
You're right, Dad, but Steve Bruce, he will grind out a result that makes everyone go, wow, and then suddenly there's a bigger gap again. It happens. It's what Steve Bruce does every single time. It's not fun. It's not even enjoyable to be a Toon fan because you go through all the year, you get a few shithouse wins and you stay up. Fair play. I know Newcastle fans want more, and apparently there's talk back on with the ownership situation, so I wish you the best of luck with that. But coming into this Man United game at Old Trafford, I cannot predict anything else but a 3-1 Man United because Bruno will probably have a masterclass. He's just that good. Over to Jamie Vardy. He was actually once on the team bus with Jamie Vardy when they won the Premier League and he was singing with him. Crazy times. But what's your prediction for this one?
Man United versus Newcastle. I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will want to lose any points in this fixture at all. So all in all, I'm going to go with United to win. I'm going to let Newcastle get a goal, but I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to go 3-1 to the Reds against the Geordies.
And if you live near the M23, this is the one you've all been waiting for. Brighton and Hove Albion in 16th against Crystal Palace in 14th. It's a derby and not a lot of people know that, but Brighton are in fantastic form. 9 points from the last 5 games, whereas Crystal Palace are getting turned over by Burnley. Bloody Burnley.
Brighton are on better recent form, and funnily enough, you and me have actually been to this fixture before,
we have,
and we made a vlog at it. You can go watch that on my channel from back in the day when fans were allowed in grounds.
Stop it, Theo.
I don't know which way this game is going to go. When Zaha and Eze are on the pitch, anything can happen. They're both very good solo talents, and if they grasp this game, maybe Palace could get a result against the odds. But Brighton are at home, they're on better form. People expect them to win this game. So what are you going for?
Well, I tell you what, Palace need 2 or 3 wins to stay up. There's not much else to play for, to be quite honest. I'm going with home advantage, if there is a home advantage, 1-0 to Brighton.
Okay, well, I'm also going with home advantage, Brighton 2-1. But like I said, you never know with Zaha and Eze. But what does Lee Chappie reckon? We're both backing Brighton. What is he going for?
It's a bit like a new derby, isn't it? Is it the M23 and the A23 derby, or whatever it's called? Without fans, though, it's a bit dull. I'm going to go with a 1-1, simple draw to finish that on. Brighton, Crystal Palace, 1-1.
And finally, it's a double game week, so we've got Leeds United in 11th against Southampton in 13th, and we are guaranteed goals in this fixture, so let's get straight to it. What's going to happen here?
Dad, I can't call Leeds when they're playing 1 game. 2 games? I'm not the geezer on Back to the Future. How am I meant to predict Leeds? Twice?
It's almost impossible. This could be 5-4, it could be 1-5.
I know.
It's just guesswork, but I'm going to guess Leeds 2-1.
Listen, Southampton, they're on a bad run of games, right? But maybe they'll turn it around this week. Honestly, who knows? I'm just going to go for goals galore because the last time these two teams faced was 2012. They've not played since 2012. They've never played against each other since then. And this is the first time they've played this season as well. So usually in those kind of fixtures, there's a lot of goals. So I'm going to back 4 goals, a 2-2 draw. But this game could seriously go anyway.
Chappie, what do you reckon's going to happen, mate?
For the final game.
Guys, because of the schedule as well, there is a midweek game, which is Leeds versus Southampton. And I'll be honest with you, my father-in-law is a Leeds fan. I don't want to back them because it gives me banter when they turn Leicester over. Patrick Bamford's awesome. Danny Ings is pretty good as well at Southampton. You know I've already mentioned about Southampton pressing hard and playing quite well against Leicester. I know we beat them. Leeds turned us over as well. It's going to be tight. It's catch up midweek. I'm going to go with I'm going to go 2-2. I'm going to go 2-2. Leeds, Southampton, 2-2. Right, thank you for having me on the channel, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Most important thing is to stay safe out there, guys. I'm out there. I'm a postman by day. And believe me, I see it all. Trust me. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in on my channel. And please hop over if you've never seen my content before. It'd really mean the world to me. I'll see you all on the next one, guys. Take care.
Lee Chappie, you legend. Thank you for coming on the Prem Predictions. Guys, get down in the comments now and let us know what you reckon your team, especially if you're a Premier League fan, how you think you'll do this weekend, because I'm going to be liking, pinning, replying to comments. So will Thogdad.
Pinning? What is pinning?
Like, you know, when you pin the comment, put it at the top. Someone will get lucky. You will see it down there in the comments. Get over there. Thogdad asked for 12k likes. I asked for 18,000. If we get 18k, we'll be taking vodka shots in the next live stream. I've put the word out there. Smash it. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to 500,000 subs. Every single subscriber counts, doesn't it, Dad?
Absolutely. And we'll be streaming loads of games, so see you there.
Jamie Vardy's channel is in the link in the description, and have a great Premier League weekend. Bye, guys.